Here's a smooth outro version for your US $1 coin video. Welcome to my channel. Today we explored the United States of America $1 coin with liberty and e pluribus unum. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Do you want me to prepare a universal outro template where you just change the coin name, dollar, half dollar, dime, etc., so it's quick and reusable for all your coin videos? Here's a smooth outro version for your US $1 coin video. Welcome. Here's a long, continuous narration about the 1976 United States bicentennial Eisenhower $1 coin, written to provide enough detail for about 10 minutes of reading for your channel. The 1976 United States of America $1 coin, inscribed with Liberty, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum, is one of the most iconic commemorative circulating coins in modern American history, struck to celebrate the bicentennial of the United States of America, the 200th anniversary of the nation's independence. Known widely as the bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, this coin was minted in 1975 and 1976, though it carries the dual date 1776 to 1976 on every piece, and no Eisenhower dollars were struck with the single date 1975. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark placed just below Eisenhower's portrait, produced over 82 million examples, making the 1976 D one of the most plentiful issues in the series, yet its historical and symbolic value makes it far more significant than its mintage numbers suggest. On the obverse, designed by chief engraver Frank Gasparo, is the left-facing portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and Supreme Commander of Allied forces in Europe during World War II. His image is surrounded by the bold inscription Liberty above, with the motto In God We Trust placed just to the left, and the dual date 1776 to 1976 at the bottom, symbolizing both the nation's founding year and its bicentennial. The reverse design, created by Dennis R. Williams, a 22-year-old student artist who won a national design competition, is a dramatic departure from the earlier Apollo 11 themed reverse used on Eisenhower dollars. It features the Liberty Bell superimposed upon the moon, an image combining America's revolutionary heritage with its modern achievements in space exploration. The cracked Liberty Bell is a timeless emblem of independence and freedom, while the lunar surface represents technological progress and the forward-looking spirit of the United States. Around this scene are the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and the denomination $1. This combination of imagery was chosen deliberately to tie together America's past and present. Liberty won in 1776 and liberty carried into the future through innovation and exploration. From a technical standpoint, the 1976 Eisenhower dollar was struck in both standard copper-nickel clad composition for general circulation and special 40% silver-clad versions for collectors. The circulation strike, the most common type, is composed of an inner copper core bonded with outer layers of copper-nickel, weighing 22.68 grams, with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters, a thickness of 2.58 millimeters, and a reeded edge. Its large size and silvery color made it visually impressive, though impractical for daily use, since the Eisenhower dollar was often too bulky for pockets and cash drawers, and it never fully replaced the paper $1 bill. Nevertheless, during the bicentennial celebrations of 1976, these coins circulated widely enough that many Americans remember holding them as patriotic souvenirs of the nation's 200th birthday. Collectors today prize both the clad circulation strikes and the 40% silver versions, with the latter being sold originally in special sets. In higher grades, especially Mint State 65 or better, coins display strong strikes, brilliant luster, and sharp details, and they can command strong collector interest. Error varieties, such as off-center strikes, die breaks, or unusual planchet flaws, also carry premiums. Historically, the bicentennial Eisenhower dollar represents more than just currency. It reflects a moment of national unity and pride. The mid-1970s were a challenging time for America, with economic struggles and political unrest in the wake of Watergate and Vietnam, but the bicentennial brought citizens together in a celebration of shared history, tradition, and progress. Coins like the quarter, half dollar, and dollar were redesigned with special reverses, and Americans eagerly collected them from change, creating lifelong numismatic memories. The Eisenhower dollar, with its bold Liberty Bell and moon imagery, became a centerpiece of this program, reminding people of both the revolutionary ideals of the Founding Fathers and the modern achievements of space exploration that defined the 20th century. The fact that a young, little-known artist designed the reverse also speaks to the democratic and inclusive spirit of the celebrations. Symbolically, the 1976 D. Eisenhower dollar carries a powerful message. On the obverse, Eisenhower's portrait represents leadership, strength, and stability, fitting for a president who guided the nation through post-war challenges and stood as a hero of global freedom. On the reverse, the Liberty Bell represents the unshakable core of American independence, cracked but enduring, while the moon ties liberty to progress, science, and the unending pursuit of knowledge. Together, these designs honor the past, present, and future of the United States, making the coin not just a medium of exchange but also a piece of patriotic storytelling in metal. In conclusion, the 1976 D. Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar is far more than a large, heavy coin from the 1970s. It is a lasting symbol of America's 200th birthday, an artifact of celebration, and a proud reminder of the nation's ideals of freedom, unity, and innovation. Though struck in high numbers and often easy to find in circulated condition, its significance as a bicentennial issue gives it enduring value to collectors, historians, and everyday Americans who remember the festivities of 1976. Whether preserved in pristine mint sets, discovered in pocket change, or handed down as a keepsake, here's a long, continuous narration about the 1972 D. United States Eisenhower $1 coin, crafted for about 10 minutes of detailed reading. The 1972 D. United States of America $1 coin, carrying the inscriptions, Liberty, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum, stands as a significant piece of modern American numismatic history. It belongs to the Eisenhower dollar series, first issued in 1971 and struck until 1978, honoring both President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and a hero of World War II, and the successful Apollo 11 moon landing of 1969, which symbolized American achievement in science and exploration. On the obverse, designed by chief engraver Frank Gasparo, the portrait of Eisenhower dominates the field, facing left with a strong and dignified expression. Above his head arches the word, Liberty, while to the left of his neck appears the motto, In God We Trust. The date 1972 is placed directly beneath the bust, and just above it, the small D mint mark identifies the coin as a product of the Denver Mint. The portrait chosen reflects Eisenhower's stature not only as a president but also as a general who embodied leadership, unity, and stability during turbulent times in American and world history. The reverse of the coin carries one of the most memorable images in U.S. numismatics, an adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia. This design also came from Frank Gasparo and was based on the official mission patch created by astronaut Michael Collins. It features an American bald eagle landing on the surface of the moon, clutching an olive branch in its talons as a symbol of peace. Behind the eagle lies the cratered surface of the moon, while the distant Earth is shown floating in the background. Encircling the scene are the inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, along with the denomination $1 at the bottom. This reverse design celebrates both the achievement of American astronauts in reaching the moon and the broader vision of exploration and peace. It connected Eisenhower's legacy of leadership with America's spirit of innovation and discovery. Technically, the 1972 D. Eisenhower dollar is composed of copper-nickel-clad layers surrounding a pure copper core. It has a mass of 22.68 grams, a diameter of 38.1 millimeters, a thickness of about 2.58 millimeters, and a reeded edge. It is among the largest coins struck for circulation in the 20th century, comparable in size to the earlier silver dollars of the 19th century, such as the Morgan or Peace dollars, though without the intrinsic silver content. This made it heavy and somewhat cumbersome for everyday transactions, and while it circulated in certain regions and was popular in casinos where it replaced silver dollars in slot machines, it never achieved widespread daily use by the public. Nevertheless, it found its place as both a collectible and a symbol of pride in American accomplishments. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar series is the existence of 3 different reverse design varieties for that year, though this specifically applies to coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark. These varieties are identified as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3, and they differ in the rendering of the Earth above the eagle's head. Type 2, which shows a very flattened and less detailed Earth, is the rarest and most valuable variety, sought after by collectors. However, the Denver Mint's 1972 D issue does not have these dramatic varieties. Its reverses were more consistent and better executed, making them easier to strike and more uniform in detail. For this reason, while the 1972D does not carry the same variety-driven premiums as its Philadelphia counterparts, it remains a desirable coin, especially in high mint state grades. The mintage of the 1972D Eisenhower dollar was substantial, with more than 92 million coins struck, making it one of the most common Eisenhower dollars produced. Because of this large production, examples in circulated grades are relatively easy to obtain today, and even uncirculated rolls and bags were saved in large numbers by collectors and dealers. However, as with many clad coins of the 1970s, finding pristine mint state specimens with flawless surfaces, full luster, and sharp strikes can be challenging. Contact marks, bag marks, and dull strikes are common, so coins graded MS65 and above by professional grading services are scarcer and command much stronger values. For advanced collectors, eye appeal plays a major role in determining worth, and coins with satiny luster, minimal abrasions, and attractive toning are particularly prized. Historically, the 1972D Eisenhower dollar occupies a place not just as a monetary unit but also as a patriotic artifact of its time. America in the early 1970s was experiencing a mixture of triumphs and struggles, celebrating victories in space exploration while facing economic challenges, political uncertainty, and cultural shifts at home. The Eisenhower dollar symbolized strength, unity, and progress, reminding citizens of both past leadership and present achievements. It was also the last big dollar of American coinage, later replaced by smaller dollars such as the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 1979, which makes the Eisenhower series the final link to the tradition of large silver dollar-sized coins circulating in America. Collectors and historians often reflect on the symbolism behind this coin. On the obverse, Eisenhower represents authority, honor, and service. On the reverse, the eagle's landing symbolizes America's presence beyond Earth, its determination to explore new frontiers, and its mission of peace, with the olive branch echoing the nation's dedication to diplomacy even amid Cold War tensions. Together, the coin's designs unite the ideals of leadership, freedom, progress, and peace into one piece of circulating art. In conclusion, the 1972D Eisenhower dollar is a coin of immense historical and cultural significance. While common in mintage, it tells a story of leadership, space exploration, and the enduring American spirit. It bridges the gap between the silver dollars of the past and the modern coinage of today. Whether held as a collectible, a nostalgic reminder of the 1970s, or simply as a bold and heavy coin that once passed through the hands of everyday Americans, the 1972D remains an enduring symbol of liberty, trust, and unity as reflected in its inscriptions: Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum. Would you like me to also prepare a YouTube-style narration script with a strong intro, simplified explanation, and catchy outro, perfect for your coin channel uploads?